Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Men. Like just men. Just straight up. Straight up. As a concept, as an idea. Men. Here's the thing. Because of what I've been through in my life, I didn't always grow up with the most with the healthiest impressions of men, because I mean, my father, he was there until age 4. That's when he started disappearing, just to put it like exactly what it is. At 4, like before the age of 4, if he would ask me, I'd say I was a daddy's girl. And I loved him. And I love him now, but I'm never gonna finish that sentence. I don't like sentences with but in it. The point that I'm trying to get to is that as a young woman, okay, who has been on a journey of getting to know herself, I find that my impression of men, I've worked on it. Like, I have consciously, intentionally worked on the way I perceive men. To where the point, like right now, I think men are so beautiful. And I thank God for men. I really do. Like, and sometimes it makes me sad that we live in a society where men are seen as abominations. And it's like normalized that we bash men with this concept of toxic masculinity. And I just think that we tend to highlight and bring awareness to all of the things about men that aren't acceptable. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't bring light to it, but I feel like we tend to take those things and make it the only thing that we bring into the light about men. And I feel like there are things that society does that I just can't get with. Like, I'm not going to be on this, I hate men train. Men are this, men are that. Y'all can have it. Y'all seem to be very good at it, and it seems to, like, feed y'all, but it doesn't feed me. And the truth is, there's not one man in my life that I trust. There are men in my life that I love, but trust? No. That's not a flex. It's just a statement, and me giving some kind of, like, just to give you a little bit of an idea of where I am with men in my life and where I stand. But just because there are no men that I trust, that does not mean I think all men are untrustworthy. That doesn't mean that I believe men are a disgrace. And, I'm not gonna, and I have learned that it's important that I don't internalize all of the things that, oh my goodness, I'm getting emotional. Easy breath. Okay. I've learned every time I start the sentence, I think I'm getting emotional because maybe it's just important to me. And like, I'm gonna be a mother one day, or somebody's wife. And I feel like one of my callings right now are to express love for God's creation. And I feel like men are one of God's creations. And I just think maybe it's just really me seeing how far that I've come in my journey, and just being able to sit here and talk about it and speak about it. It's like, whoa. So I'm getting a little bit emotional because like, whoa, like, whoa. Okay. And genuinely, I'm just praying that this finds the right person, the right being, because it's not just women who are, the ones who have an idea of men that is that men are toxic. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not just women who've been hurt by men. There's men who've been hurt by men. There are children who've been hurt by men. There's a world that's been hurt by men. Men who have been hurt by themselves because of the world that we live in, just because of the expectations of men, just because of the reputation of men, just in general, right? And so I think it's just more of the fact that I want to contribute something that adds a different perspective, and that maybe the right person will hear it no matter what age they are, no matter what gender they are, and it will change the way that they feel about men. Because the truth is, we need men. Like, society would literally collapse if there were no men. That's how I feel personally. That's how I feel. If y'all want to live in a menless society, go ahead. I'm good. Don't invite me to the party. I'm good. I'll stay in the world where we have men, because I think they are essential. I think that my God is intentional, and there is no thing that is created that does not serve divine purpose. And I think men are included in that. And I feel like because we cannot just get rid of all of the men in society, I think it's important that we work on how we feel about men, because you can really be unhappy in life if you have a negative perspective about men. Because there's no way to get away from them. They're freaking everywhere. They're everywhere, and they're multiplying. I'm laughing, but it's so true. There's no way to not come across men. So it's just gonna be a miserable life if you don't ever find some way to manifest a perspective that allows you to perceive men as what they were intended to be rather than what they are. And so going all the way back to what I was saying before I started getting emotional and I started like talking and doing all that, I was saying that I've worked on not internalizing the experiences that I've had. Even though there are so many experiences that I've had that I could internalize and use it and base every single experience that I have with a man off of those experiences. More specifically, base my beliefs on those experiences, base my beliefs about men on the experiences that I've had. But why would I want to project that energy into the universe? I think men can be such beautiful, loving creatures. Truly, I feel like true love from a man, there's no other, I feel like, life form that can love as hard and as truly and as deeply as a man does when he's genuinely in love. I think it's meant to be one of the most nurturing and nourishing and wholesome experiences that I feel we are supposed to have as human beings. One of those experiences, like the beginning of that experience starts when we're young, and our father, depending on his relationship with love, his relationship with loving himself, that can profoundly impact, and influence how you think about love. And it can also influence what you expect from men, what you think men are. And I don't believe in the law of attraction. But I feel like you can come across experiences where you kind of subconsciously enter into relationships that are a reflection of the connections that you have with your parents. And I don't know about y'all, but like, I just don't think it's cute. I don't think it's mature. I don't think it's intelligent to be sitting around all day talking about, oh, I hate men, and talking about how horrible men are. I don't think it's cute that I have daddy issues. It's not a flex to me. I'm not going to brag about that. I don't think it's something that you should want to own. You know what I mean? I think it builds character. But I feel like it's more heartbreaking to see someone have negative opinions about men, and also the fact that they believe that their opinions are fact, and they express these opinions to an audience, especially when they are on a stage or on a large platform. I just feel like every moment that I can encourage men to be their best selves, I will do that, because we need them to be their best selves, like, for real. And so where I am in my journey as a woman and womanhood. I find myself at peace. I do. I find myself at peace with the idea of men, you know. And I think that because I want to be a wife, because I want to be a mother, I feel like it's important that I start putting out my beliefs. I start expressing my beliefs that I have meditated on for a long time. These are not just beliefs that I just woke up yesterday and was just like, oh, I think this. No, I've worked on this. I've kept my mouth shut. I've had to work. I've had to work to acquire my beliefs. And I feel like expressing those beliefs that I have worked for are a part of creating the world that my children will be in. Because those beliefs are going to help shape their world. And I would rather than be in a world where men aren't expected to be devils. You know, even then, I feel like if you're a woman and you're trying to like fall in love with a man or whatever it is, right? Why would you even want him to feel certain ways about himself, you know? I'm trying to understand like how degrading men helps you create a better experience. It just doesn't add up to me how that works, you know. But I don't think people are thinking that way. It's more like a personality trait to not like men. That's how society treats it. I just don't think it's attractive. Again, I don't believe in the law of attraction, but I feel like attractiveness in terms of what is respectable in a woman. Like, I'm talking about a woman and her behavior and what she's doing. I feel like if you're a man and you hear a woman say, I hate men, you best to run, okay? Go far away from her. You don't need her in your space. You don't need to be soaking up that energy for real, straight up. If she make you feel like the fact that you are a man is wrong, or that your nature is wrong, right? Let's talk about it. There's certain things about the nature of masculine energy that society disapproves of and makes it into a problem. But I feel like there are certain things that are in a man's nature that I feel like society wants them to act against their nature just to fit some kind of standard or serve the feminist movement. But you know what? I would always encourage a man to be his most natural self. And I feel like, yeah, we live in a society that we live in a society that says feminism is like the most supreme system of belief. But I feel like sometimes conforming to certain beliefs can actually take you outside of yourself in ways that you may not even be aware of, conscious of, right? And I just feel like if a woman is okay with saying that she hates men, you need to get out of her space. Simple as that. I think the more men feel like God's creations, the more they're going to act like it. I just think it's kind of like, I think it's just as simple as that. You know what I mean? So, and you know what? I feel like I am doing my job by just stating that the fact that they are God's creations. And that's how I feel. And there's no experience or nothing that anybody can say or do to make me believe otherwise. Because I know it in my heart. Because I know myself. Because I can think for myself. And no matter what I feel like I've been through, I know the type of love that I'm capable of giving to a man. And I think that starts with giving that love to just men in general, so that it's just known that I got peace, okay? I got peace. I'm giving y'all harmony out here. I don't got time for conflict. I'm okay. I got peace. So, there it is. All love to all the men out there. All right.